An excellent everyone. Welcome to today's call. My name is Dr. Harry Benjamin. I'm very excited and grateful to be on here with you. This is a launch presentation specifically for Xtream Lifestyle and focusing today on what is known as the West and Central Africa region of the continent of Africa. And I know some of you on here are from Zambia, Nigeria. I think someone is here from Sierra Leone. And we're at very early stages of creating a wonderful movement across the continent. So just briefly, my name, as I said before, and I grew up in Jamaica. I became a medical doctor while I was becoming an adult. Soon afterwards, I got into the automobile industry. So I decided to leave medicine behind, and I became an entrepreneur distributing automobiles. My wife and I did that successfully for about 16 years. And then we moved from Jamaica to Florida, USA, expanded our business and got into real estate. There was a crisis in the real estate industry known as the 2008 mortgage crisis. We got caught up in that, and then it ended up affecting our business very badly. Thankfully, we got into the industry of network marketing in 2010. We were able to climb out of the valley that we had fallen into using that industry. We have been in that industry now for going into our 14th year in that industry. Been able to do quite well over the years of being in the industry. In 2020, we got introduced to the idea of using our phones and our laptops to make money. And then later on, it gave rise, within about 6 months, it gave rise to a community known as Xtream. And it's now been branded as Xtream Lifestyle. We are been 3 years in business, in our 4th year. You'll hear some more about that. And right now we're on the verge of expanding across the continent of Africa. And you're here at one of the very earliest meetings discussing this expansion that is unfolding. Please pay very close attention to the information that I'm going to share with you. This is a very historic moment in time, and you and I have an opportunity to participate in history as it unfolds. And you have a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to really make a huge difference in your family's footprint financially. So welcome to Xtream Lifestyle, the School of Money. I'm going to get into some details about it here now. So we have a disclaimer. At Xtream, we do not promise you money. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You will not, and let me say it very clearly, because I've lived in Africa for 9 years. I've lived in Nigeria for 9 years, I should say. And, between the year 2013 to 2022. And one thing I've known is that a lot of scams have come to Africa, and they have raided our bank accounts, okay, in Africa. They've raided them. So we want to be very clear that this is not one of those things. We are not here to ask you for your money. We are not here to say, come and invest your money with us. That is not Xtream. We are here to give you information through financial literacy that's going to help you to support your families financially. We have systems in place that are designed to help you to earn money in US dollars very, very quickly. Okay, we want you to earn profits very quickly, but you're going to have to put in the effort. You're going to have to put in your part. You're going to have to do the work necessary to benefit from what we're going to show you. We already have people who are doing well. You're going to hear from one of them shortly. So as an individual that came through these 4 quadrants described by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki in his book, Cash Flow Quadrant, and I'm trying to speak slowly. I hope I don't get too excited and speak fast, because I know that some of us, will say I'm using too much English and you would not be able to understand me. So I'm trying my best to speak slowly and in a measured way so that my brothers and sisters from various nations in West right now, and Central Africa can understand me. So here is the deal with the cash flow quadrant. I have come through all 4. I started off on the left side of money. That's what it's called, the left side of money. And I've now made my way over to the right side of money. On the left side of money are the E and the S people. The E stands for employees. I used to work as a medical doctor. at the hospital in Jamaica. And I quickly realized that doctors did not earn as much money as I thought they did. So I became a self-employed person. I started hustling, selling cars on the side. I was earning way more money selling 3 cars per month than the government paid me as my salary back in Jamaica. So I said I needed to be a business owner. So I became a self-employed person. But I soon realized that even though I owned the business also owned myself and my wife. We hardly had any time off, even though we were able to take luxurious vacations, but the business had us tied down from morning until evening to make sure that it ran properly. So we didn't get into the B quadrant with that business. What's the B quadrant? The B quadrant is where big business owners, some of you on this line may work in a corporation or a company that has over 500 staff members. Some of you have never seen the owner. You know who the owner is, but you've never seen them. Why? Because they're always on yachts, they're always on the golf courses of the world, and they're traveling with their families and having a great time, while the employees run the business for them. Those are called big business owners. That's the B quadrant. They live on the right side of money. My wife and I were not able to build our business to that extent, but many people have been successful in doing that. But truthfully, not everybody can get into the B quadrant. But the I quadrant, ladies and gentlemen, investor, where you now learn to use money to work for you. In the side of our platform, we will show you strategies. We're going to show you technology that will help you to use a small sum of money and grow it into a large sum of money. And that's what we're here to show you today. I'm very grateful that over the next few years, we will develop a corporation that will produce over $1 billion in revenues. That's our goal. We have a goal to build this company to be able to produce revenues of over $1 billion. But more importantly, our company will be sharing the revenues that we generate with our members who will help us to achieve this great goal. So if you help us within Zambia, within Sierra Leone, within Ghana, within Nigeria, if you're on here from South Africa, if you help us to achieve these goals, we're going to share the revenues generated with you. I am very grateful. And we're not by any stretch of the imagination saying we're not welcoming those people who are of a Caucasian persuasion, those people who are light colored, the melanin challenged people, right? Those people who have a small amount of melanin in their skin. They're welcome to join us. But we're very grateful that our founders are of African descent. They both live in the United States. Mr. Sloan is primarily in North Carolina, but I know coming up, he will be investing a lot of his time in Africa. He's very looking forward to his very first trip to the motherland, as we call it over here in the US. And on the right is another African-American descent gentleman who's looking forward to his first trip to Africa coming up in November of this year, Mr. Jacob Mikkel. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. 2 extremely successful gentlemen that I'm very grateful to call my mentors and coaches in life. Very thankful for them. Mr. Sloan on the left, this gentleman earned his first $1 million before he was age 21. He went on, currently owns over 12 different businesses in logistics, insurance, real estate. He even has a license from the government of the United States to allow him to give investment advice to people. He has a consultancy firm that offers investment advice to some of the top CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, an extremely successful gentleman. He's been recently appointed to lead a foundation that's developing a $35 million investment in making affordable housing in poor communities in the United States of America. He has a vision, ladies and gentlemen, to bring that concept to Africa. So please look out for what is in the pipeline that's coming your way. On the right of the screen is Mr. Jacob Mikkel. This gentleman is a phenomenal. Let me slow down because I'm starting to speak fast, right? I'm getting excited. On the right of the screen, Mr. Jacob Mikkel. This gentleman has started his career in banking. He worked with the 4th largest bank in the world, known as Bank of America. He left Bank of America to do network marketing in 1996. He's been in network marketing for 28 years. He's earned over 13 million. Somebody type 13 million in the chat so people can understand what I'm talking about. He's also built over a 24, 25-year time frame a real estate portfolio that's currently valued over 40 million US dollars. He's been married for over 3 decades, 3 beautiful daughters that are all adults right now. He's been successful in family, he's been successful in business, and he's a very healthy and strong individual that's seeking to come into Africa, along with Mr. Sloan, to make a difference in the lives of our brothers and sisters there. So I'm very, very excited about that. You could put some hearts and some fires in the chat for our great leaders. So we founded Xtream, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2021. That's when we launched for the very first time. All right. The concepts and ideas were there before, but officially launched in the beginning of 2021. And I'm going to make you, Tunde, I'm going to make you co-host, right? So you could help me to keep people muted. And Abraham over in Abuja, I'm going to make you co-host as well, right? All right. So we have a Forex Academy, and we also offer financial solutions. I'm going to get into that some more here for you so that you can fully comprehend what we do. Our mission at Xtream Lifestyle, we build our foundation on love. Our design is a common unity for people from all walks of life to have an environment that fosters individual and collective growth as we support each other. Our current and future products and services are aligned with this vision. Our primary goal is to impact millions of lives across the globe through supporting our members to achieve their dreams and goals. So here's the deal. This environment exists, ladies and gentlemen, for you as people to use our products, which are digital, with simple processes to earn very aggressive profits. You know, I'm very proud of a gentleman that you're going to hear from here shortly. His name is Bright. He lives in Uyo State, Nigeria. You know, Bright was struggling. He literally was struggling financially. He almost sold his car to be able to just survive because he was having such a difficult time. He got involved with us, ladies and gentlemen, and started to work this business. And right now, this coming week on Tuesday, he's putting on a seminar out of his pocket to show Xtream to people in Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. He currently earns anywhere from $500 US to $1,000 US almost every month over the last few months, ladies and gentlemen. He also uses our processes and our technology, and he earns money Monday to Friday, trading the financial markets from his phone and laptop. You're going to get to hear from him. He's one of our brothers and sisters that lives right there in Uyo State, Nigeria, and he's geared up now to start to travel to different major cities in Nigeria. I know he has plans to go to a city called Asaba soon. He's doing a seminar in Port Harcourt, and he's going to be doing seminars in Lagos and so forth. We're very proud of Mr. Bright. So look out for him. He's going to be earning $5,000, $10,000 US per month residual from our company here shortly. And you could watch him do it, or you could join us in Cotonou. You could join us in Sierra Leone. You could join us in Zambia. You could join us in other cities in Nigeria and do the same thing for yourself. Okay? All right. So we are not worried about the financial crisis. We know that some of the currencies in Africa have been collapsing. The Naira has collapsed. The Zimbabwe Kwacha has collapsed. You know, the cedi in Ghana is under a lot of pressure. The ZAR in South Africa has declined significantly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that the situation is dire, but we're not worried in Xtream. We're not. And the reason is we are positioned to allow our members to participate in the new economy. We will help you if you follow clear guidelines that we will lay out for you. We will help you, ladies and gentlemen, to benefit from financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and also benefit from the foreign exchange market. We're not here to take, we're here to share and to give. We have a powerful education program that will allow for you, ladies and gentlemen, to learn about the foreign exchange market. You'll be able to use our technology. We have a very powerful technology, right, known as the safety trade system. And you'll hear more about that. Bright is a big advocate for it. He uses it a lot. And then we have a very powerful residual income program because we want you to earn money while you sleep. If you like earning money when you're sleeping in your bed at night, put some $signs in the chat, put some fires in the chat if you like earning money when you're sleeping in your bed at night. Because guess what? We want to help you to earn money when you're in your sleep, when you're lying down with your loved ones. Money is coming to your bank account. That is exactly what residual income means. And we have that program in place to help you to achieve that. We also have a cryptocurrency and blockchain class as a part of our program. This is phenomenal. The gentleman that does the training, his name is Mr. Bilbo. This gentleman has a master's degree in blockchain technology, one of the few people in the world that have that type of degree. He also has a master's degree in Ethereum and smart contracts. This past week, he gave out a coin. And believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe for some of you, but he gave out a coin in one of his classes and showed what he believed the coin was going to do and explained it. And one of the members decided to buy $2,000 worth of the coin that he told them about in the class. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, I know it's hard for some of you to believe this. It's true, it's documented. Within 48 hours, that coin produced $200,000 for that person who bought the $2,000 worth of coins. Understand it. You could have bought $10 of it. You could have bought $20 of it. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. So put some hearts in the chat, some fires in the chat. He oftentimes, not every single class, he gives out a coin or projects, but he does educate us. And for years now, for the last 3 going 4 years, he's been telling our members how to position themselves in the blockchain, how to take advantage of the bull run that some people are seeing now. Members in our community have been taking advantage of the bull run long before the word bull run was known by most people. That's the power of education. That is what we're bringing to Sierra Leone. That is what we're bringing to Cotonou. That's what we're bringing to Zambia, Ghana, Nigeria. That's what we're bringing to the continent of Africa. A piece of it, not all of it, just a piece of it. Now talk about the foreign exchange market. This is the most liquid asset market on the planet. This gives you and I a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to earn a significant amount of money if you choose to come and join us and take advantage of what it is that we're offering. We have a first-class education program in this space. We have top-class educators. On the left of your screen, Mr. Aaron Maddox, an extremely successful trader. He runs what's called the New York session. To the right of your screen is Mr. King Nelson, Mr. Tufili. He runs the London session. And then the gentleman in the black, he runs the Asian session. Then Mr. Sloan, that's our CFO that you're seeing there. Our educators are top class. But we also recognize that as we grow our organization in Africa, we are on the lookout for very successful traders who are also educators. We will be employing them to be a part of our organization. We also have plans, ladies and gentlemen, to put physical offices in the various cities as you, as our partners, grow the market in those cities. As it grows, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to establish corporate offices to support you with tables and chairs, Wi-Fi, so that people can come and learn from the educators with TVs and so forth. We are coming in first class. We are coming in to establish a solid footprint to help you, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to support your families by earning money from the financial markets. Our steps are very clear. 6 simple steps. Get the education. Do not stay in the dark. Mr. Nelson Mandela, one of the great people that came out of the continent, he said this: education is the greatest weapon that we could use to change the world. Do not stay in the dark when it comes to knowledge and understanding. The fool and his money shall soon part. And ladies and gentlemen, we've seen it over and over again. We are tired of people coming into the continent and robbing our brothers and sisters with scams. The way to avoid that is to get knowledge, get wisdom, get understanding. So download the free app, choose a broker, practice in a demo, and then when you are good, don't be in a hurry, put your money into a live account. Learn and earn. Let us show you how to earn money while you're in our program learning how to do this properly. Now, after you've made so much money, right, put a star in the chat, put a number 1 in the chat if you love to go over to Mauritius, right, and just have a great time in Mauritius or Madagascar, or maybe you want to go to Dubai, or you want to go to the southern France, maybe you want to go to the United States, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and you want to have a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Tunde Adesanya, right? For hosting this event, being the one who articulated, let's do West Africa and Central Africa launch. He's currently in Dallas, USA, having a great time. Would you love to join Tunde in Dallas and have some fun? Go to the Cheesecake Factory restaurant and have dinner, right? Wouldn't you love to do that? Well, guess what? We want to help you to reduce your cost of travel. We want to help you to have a lower price for your hotels. And ladies and gentlemen, we have it here. We have it here, right here, where you could literally get major discounts on our platform by using our engine to book your hotels. Unknown to most people is that Priceline and Expedia own most of the websites we use to book hotels. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you no longer have to use those websites and pay the retail price. We have online available for you to be able to get a discounted price on hotels. And I know that Mr. Bright, he's busy right now in a very important session. He's preparing for Tuesday. But Mr. Bright, who's online with us, I spoke about him earlier. Some of you heard about him. He's in Uyo State, Nigeria, and he's done very well with his business of Xtream. Are you able to unmute yourself, Mr. Bright? Are you able to come off mute? Mr. Bright Aja Ezukwe from
Nigeria. My leader, Dr. Harry, I'm here. If you can hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear, sir. I love the guests here to hear your story. I know you're busy, you're getting a special marketing training done so you could, build Xtream very big in Africa. But could you just share with everybody where you were before you learned about Xtream? What was life like? And what has happened since you've been in Xtream for just, 6, 7 months? Just share with everybody if you don't mind.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Bright from Nigeria. Precisely, he calls it Uyo State, but that's Uyo, state capital of Akwa Ibom State, for those of us who are familiar with Nigeria. Basically, before Xtream, I was into direct selling with an American company. I haven't done networking before. But just like I don't like do many things at the same time. I was with that direct sales company for about 13 years before last year. And what it means is that if you have been with a company for 13 years, what it means is that I got to the echelon, of the pinnacle of that company, basically. So, but things turned around during COVID, and in the process, I was in the process with the company. I was in many African countries anyway, like Ghana, like Ivory Coast, like Morovia, like Kenya, and other African countries. Some were very brief, while some were a couple of 2 years, 3 years, and so on. So when I came back to Nigeria to start up, my own company because of the level I got to, that was now during the time of COVID, and it was now like a ball rolling down from the hill, and in terms of my business, to the point that I was almost on the ground floor business wise. And then I remember somebody gave Dr. Harry my number. He followed up with me. I think before that last year when I fully joined, he has already followed me up for over a year. There was a time the Xtream Lead Lock Your Spot promotion with $10. I must tell you, I'm not ashamed to say that I struggled to get $10 to actually do that Lock Your Spot. Not knowing that, little did I know it was going to be a blessing. Why? Because by the time I decided and I said, this is the time to be in Xtream, to now answer the call for Xtream. It was like at the point I remember telling Dr. Harry I want to sell my car, because of how difficult things actually was. Now, when I decided I was going to do it, I didn't start from anywhere apart from, okay, my name was already in the system. I have my referral link, and then I just have to. I went everywhere, everywhere. It was the first time I really started doing what is called spamming. You spam even people you don't know. I invaded every social media I was in. I started talking to everybody that I have ever met, because before this time, that was around July last year to be precise. Before that time, after COVID, when my business crashed, I I saw that that Forex was, it's time for me to really learn the skill of Forex. A lot of things happened. As a matter of fact, I joined the wrong platforms along the line. I joined some academies like, Xtream, of which I paid more. I never got, anything out of it. And, you know, just got scammed, did a lot of wrong things that even got my situation worse. However, when I now was like, okay, Xtream, I started doing all of this before I could know it. I got some people, who picked up the products, because Xtream, from my experience, and this is not hyping, this is not overrating, it has the most affordable entry level cost for entry level. And just in case, I can tell you for free that when you look at the composition plan of Xtream and the composition plan of other academies, if you have not been to other Forex academies, you might possibly not agree with these points, that when you even look at the comp plan, that it has one of the most robust comp plan, one of the juicy, the most juicy comp plan, even with its affordable cost of entry that we have, right? So all of these, I saw it. So before I know it, just getting to invading all the platforms that I know, informing other people that I met in the journey, trying to learn the skill, making all the mistakes. People came in through my link. Before I could know it, I rank up. I started earning 125 every week, and that was how I started funding our trading accounts. From there, I rank up to the next level, 250. So now I'm just I'm earning between 500 and 1,000 weekly, just residual. And I trade also, from there I got also the fund to be, I was able to buy the safety trade system, which is, I don't know how to explain that product. Is the level of accuracy, what you can do with it, it's a money making machine that we have. There is nothing like that safety trade system in this Forex trading space. So I trade with it and I make money, trading, and I also make money on the side, which is, like residual, right? So it's been a turnaround. I must be honest, since, last year, it's been a turnaround for me and my family. And just like I tell people, I am not somebody who practice 10,000 kicks 10,000 times. I'm somebody that practice one kick 10,000 times. So when I identify the system where I can do it that way, I stick with it. That's why I'm so proud and passionate about the Xtream, because it's really life transforming. It's transformed my own, from zero where I was because of the crashing of my business, and from the top and all of that. Then it's actually been that ladder that of which I'm climbing up to. I'm happy again with me, and my family. And I really want to appreciate God and appreciate Dr. Harry for not giving up, because if he had given up, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be saying all I am saying. So we're looking for leaders in Africa, leaders who want to come, not just to test the system because the system is working. We're not looking for people to come and experiment a system that is not working. We're looking for people that will come, jump on it, and then duplicate, leverage on the system that is already working, duplicate it, and change as many lives as possible in Africa. Because, especially in Nigeria today, how much dollar is, the inflation, everything. Sometimes I sit down and I wonder if it was not extreme, how life would have been. Because I look at it, I tell you, how much is a bag of rice and all of that in the system today. If you're a family of 3, 4, how much the expenses is if you are in this country. And so really, this is something that we have to, stand in as leaders so that we can change a lot of people's life. Because, one of the best gifts we can give to people is so actually something that would put food on the table so they'll be able to pay their bills and everyone is happy. And that's my situation today. I really thank God for that. Yeah. I hope, Dr. Harry, are you there?
Man, put some fires and some hearts in the chat for my brother, Bright Aja Ezukwe from Uyo.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, so have a great seminar. This is your first physical seminar.
And then Dr. Harry, I think I have on this Zoom somebody I have not met, because if you think of it, other people in my team, I don't think I have met even a single of them. I have not. So I have somebody I'll be meeting next week who is on this Zoom, very passionate woman. I mean, when I speak to her, the fire with which she is coming, I'm like, oh my God, this is the type of leader that, we are looking for. She is a bishop. I think she is in this group. And then she is somebody that I'll be working very close with. We have got 2 seminars lined up next week. Yeah. So I'm meeting her, and I'm so grateful to have been speaking to her. I have another person. I don't know if he's in this group. One of the leaders who is in Canada. In fact, today he's doing a business launch. It's on his Bishop Fabo, I think he's there. I can see him. As one of the participants. He's doing a program today. I wanted him to listen so that he will know, this affiliate part of our business is really something that, as we'll bring a lot of people, if we're not having it at the back of our mind, we'll be leaving a lot of money on the table. I wouldn't want anybody in my team to feel like, oh, so this is going on and you did not tell me. So when I remembered him, even though it was late, I really appreciate him that he is here, because it was just about 5 minutes to the time. I remembered, I said, no, if I didn't do this, that wouldn't be right. I have to send him the link. I appreciate him. He's also a bishop. He's in Canada. He is on the call. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Harry, for the time.
Wow. Right. Oh, today, Brad. Right, and that statement, award today, right? Somebody type it in the chat and put the translation. If you are Yoruba, you know the translation for that. Type award today. And welcome, Bishop from, Brad told me that you're in Asaba. In 2014, I was in the Orchid Hotel building a network marketing business in Asaba for 1 month at the Orchid Hotel. So definitely when we come to Nigeria, we're having a big event at the Oriental Hotel in November. I'll tell you some more about that in November. And we're going to be, it's possible.
Orchid Hotel, Bishop. That is where we are going to be staying.
All right, Buche. All right, Bishop Buche. So
yes,
I haven't met you yet, but nice. I stayed in that hotel for 1 month in 2014. So
okay.
When the time comes for us to be in Nigeria, you build a strong team in Asaba, I will definitely come over to Asaba and do a seminar with you and your team. I know that Orchid Hotel has this very big hall. I think you can hold like 600-700 people, right? So looking forward to supporting you, Bishop, right? And more grace More grace to your elbows. Okay, all right. All right, so let's get back to finishing this up. I want to give all of you a chance to hear from one of our, maybe both, but possibly one of our founders. Hopefully we get to hear from both of them, but both of the gentlemen are on here with us. But let me get through this presentation and finish this part so you'll see that there's value here and it's not or excitement, all right? We have a website for you to, when you're traveling, to get up to 80%. And this is not a hype thing. This is real and authentic, genuine stuff. You can get up to 80% discount on hotels worldwide by using our website. You can also market it to people to use when they book their hotels, and you'll make money from that. All right, so we're putting a lot of value into the hands of our brothers and sisters across multiple countries around the world. Today, our focus is West and Central Africa. We know that some of you are from various countries in that area. Our customer support 24/7. So, those people who book hotels, they'll get excellent support. And then 110% price match. If any one of your members find a price lower than our price on our website, we will give you back a refund at 110% of the value. All right. So how can you join us? How can you join us? You could join us as a student. Bright started off mainly as an affiliate like I did. And then he was also a student at the same time. I started out first as an affiliate, then I became a student. And also I started out building a sales team, like my friend Bridget over there in Jamaica. You sneak on the card, Bridget. I love you. Welcome. All right, so building a sales team over there in, Bridget builds her team from Jamaica to Canada to Africa. She's coming over to Nigeria for the big event we have coming up. And she's going to be in Ghana with us too later on this year. So look out for us coming over to Africa to be with you all and support you. So student, affiliate, build a sales team, okay? So we have done special pricing for Africa, special pricing. We love you so much that we reduced our prices. In America, United States, these are the prices people pay. In Nigeria and all African countries, you pay $79 a month to use our academy. In America, they pay $99, $159, $89, but we're giving you guys a special price because we want to see you do well. So we've reduced our prices, and I'll tell you what that you'll get for your money. Now, our referral program is very powerful. We want to put between 15 to 20,000 people into this community before November, our big event at the Oriental Hotel in Lagos, Nigeria. We are renting out the banquet hall. I can see 2,000 people, right? We're finalizing those details right now as we speak. Okay, so we want you to build your business to have a lot of people come. I'm going to be touring at least 4, possibly 5 countries. I'll start out in October in Nairobi for the first event there with the team. So if you know anybody in Kenya, if you know anybody in Uganda, Somalia, Tanzania, make sure that you're connecting with them, Ethiopia. Make sure that everybody across East Africa knows that in October, we're going to have a big event in Nairobi. And if they build big enough teams in the connected countries, I could pop over to do a seminar with them if they build a big enough organization in those countries, in their own country. But we want to have a major event, 400 or 500 people in Nairobi in October to help you to grow your business. And I'll be coming over to help to do the presentation and trainings and the leaders. We're going to have dinner with the leaders before the main event in Nairobi. Then I'm jumping over to Johannesburg, South Africa, where I'll be doing another event. Now, I want you to be reaching out to people in Namibia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Botswana, Swaziland, so that we can get people from those countries to also be participating in the Johannesburg event, okay? That we're going to do dinners and trainings and so forth. And then I'm going to be flying over to, if Petros Fury, Petros, you're on the line. If Petros from Zambia builds his team big enough, then we're going to put Zambia in the calendar, and I'll stop in Zambia, and we'll do the same thing in Zambia as well, and support him and his members over there. And then Accra, Ghana, that's the next stop. Going to Ghana, Evans, our partner over there, and also we're having other members. Who do you know in Ghana? Who do you know in Ghana, in Accra, Ghana? Let's build it in Ghana, and we're going to do the same thing. And then we're going to leave Ghana, and then I'm going to come over to Nigeria. And when I head to Nigeria, I'm going to do 2 events before a big event. We're going to be in Port Harcourt, so look out for that. And Bishop, if you do it right, I'll stop in Asaba. And then I'm also going to be doing something in
I'm
Abuja.
here in Port Harcourt.
You're in Port Harcourt. All right, Bishop. Okay, so we're going to do it down there. All right. Well, you know, either we do it at the Le Meridian or we're going to be at the Visa Carina, but we're going to do something nice. All right. We're going to come in really nice and do something professional. And we'll be there for a few days with you all in Port Harcourt. And then I'm going over to Abuja. Abraham, come on, you got to do it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? You have to show and show up, okay? Big time,
Yeah.
right? Whether we do it at the Sandra or at the Hilton, I can't remember what that is, but I know you have nice hotels in Abuja for us to have a great event. And then we're going to be at the Oriental Hotel for the grand finale, where you're going to have Mr. Sloan, Mr. Mickle, Miss Nicole Bess. You're going to have Miss Bridget Buckner from the Global Expansion team and other people from the American, Canada, UK coming over to be with us in Africa as we have our big event in the Lagos area, the Oriental Hotel in Lekki. The Thursday before the event, we're going to be giving away 5,000 meals to people in Lagos Island, right? We're going to be doing that. And then we're going to have a business luncheon on Friday for the top executives, the government officials, the top religious leaders, for you as members to invite those people to come and hear the vision from our founders. And then we're going to have a pool party the Friday night at the Oriental Hotel poolside. And then on Saturday, 2,000 people, ladies and gentlemen, in a banquet hall. How many people are going to be there from your team, Abraham? Tunde, Adesanya. How many people are going to be there from you? What about you, Petrus? What about you, Bright? Right? You have the lead right now. How many people are you going to have in that 2,000 people? Oh, let me calm down because I'm getting too excited, right? So guess what? Instead of paying $168 to be an affiliate, or $249 or $299, we have reduced the price to $109.99. We have never been that low in our history. And our founders have said, you know what, we love Africans so much, we're going to reduce the price to make sure that they can afford. It includes your education, you can attend all the classes, you can use our trade signals. For the last 3 years, our trade signals have produced a 90% win to loss ratio, solid. We have trainings to help you to understand how to use them. So our program is very well laid out. The systems are well laid out, okay? If you want to focus on the travel side, you can. Every time you get a customer that purchases the lifestyle customer membership, where they pay $39.99 to register, you get $10 up front. You get $10 paid to you, 10 US dollars in Nigeria. That's pretty good. That's about 16,000 Naira, right? That could do something. That could buy, you know, some jollof rice and chicken and multiple times, right? You could even go to ShopRite and get stuff with that. So $10. And then you will also be getting $3 for every time they renew for $29.99. You will get 10 customers, 100 customers, as many customers as you want. To be an affiliate, you pay $149.99 to register and $49.99 a month. And then you could get the travel and the trade together. You could get those together for $299.99. Now you're a travel affiliate, you're in the academy, you can build your business, you can earn a lot of money. In details, we can give you these details if you want them, but in simple terms, we have set this up so that you can earn money every single month, money coming to you residually. You want to earn 500 US dollars a month. You want to earn $1,000 a month. You want to earn 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. We do not put a limit on how much you can earn. We give you a clear road to run on, and it's up to you as to how much you want to earn. The person that invited you here today has 3 top positions, 1, 2, 3. They are called positions of equity. We want you to lock them in so that you benefit from the thousands of people that we're going to put in to this company over the next several months. You have an opportunity to join us as we put thousands of people in. You join us before we put them in. You're hearing about Lagos and Nairobi and Johannesburg. You're hearing about all of these Accra and Port Harcourt. You're hearing about it before the explosion. So if you join us now, you're in the top, and then the other people coming below you, and you'll be able to benefit if you do your part. We have what's called a 3 and free program. Somebody type 3 and free in the chat. This is going to become a solid part of our business as we go forward. We're waiting for details on that, right? But ladies and gentlemen, understand this: 3 and free. Just understand right now, if you enroll your first 3 members, 1, 2, 3 members, you enroll them, we will give you free membership next month. So some of you are going to do that before we even get off this call. You're going to have to call up right away, get your 3. Okay, now you don't have any membership next week. We will pay you $15 for every member that pays for the $110 package. If you're in Nigeria, that's 24,000 naira. That's a good amount of money for one person. And then you multiply that by 3. So you have gotten back almost half of the money you paid to register. Then you help those 3 to get their 3 each. Now you're finished the first level. You're now earning $125 per week. You heard Bright speak about that. Ladies and gentlemen, that means you have now earned $435 profit. Some of you in Nigeria are going to do that in hours, not even a day. Some of you will do that in hours. I know my Igbo brothers and sisters. I know my Yoruba brothers and sisters. They do not play. Right? They do not play, okay? This thing is going to be so beautiful. And so many people are going to earn a lot of money. So we want you to be earning $500, $1,000 a month, right? By having 25 members. 10 in the left, 10 in the middle, 5 on the right will help you to structure. And calm down so I don't get too excited, right? So this compensation plan is designed to go to as high as $1 million a month, right? Who is going to earn $500 a month? You can put a 1 in the chat. Who's going to earn $1,000 a month in the comp plan? Put a 2 in the chat. Who's going to earn $2,000 a month in our comp plan? Put a number 3 in the chat. Who's going to earn $5,000 a month? Put a 4. Who's going to be at $10,000 a month before we get to Lagos, Nigeria in November? Who's going to be at $20,000? Who's going to be at $50,000? Who's going to be the first person in Xtream to earn $100,000 a month from our company? Who's going to be the first person in Africa to do this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is history in the making. And I'm so grateful and thankful that today we have both of our founders here to actually share in this great moment, in this August moment. Both of them are here. And we're going to get to hear first from Mr. Jacob Mickle, and hopefully we get to hear from Mr. Sloan as well, right? So Mr. Mickle, are you there, sir? Yeah. Are you there, Mr. Mickle? All right.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes,
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who didn't hear about him when I spoke about him earlier, he worked with Bank of America for about 9 years. And then he left Bank of America to focus on network marketing, which he successfully did for he's in his 28th year. And ladies and gentlemen, he's earned over $13 million. He's also done real estate, done extremely well, built a $40 million real estate portfolio. He's a co-owner and co-founder, a coach. He has a consultancy firm, a beautiful wife, married for over 30 years, 3 adult daughters that are all professionals doing very well. Extremely successful, and can't wait to make his first visit to Africa. So without further ado, some hearts and some fires in the chat as I welcome one of our founders of Xtream, Mr. Jacob Mickle. Take the floor, sir.
Wow. Well, first of all, Dr. B, thank you, man, for doing such an amazing job, man, of explaining this opportunity to these fine women and gentlemen of Africa, man, from the continent of Africa. I mean, when I got the phone call today and you was telling me that you were doing a launch call for some leaders, West Africa, Central Africa, and all over, and I was like, I was sitting there eating, and I was like, yeah, I can make it. And, you know, because the weather is like 75 degrees here in Atlanta today, and people are out eating outside and all that good stuff, man. But I had to break away from all that because when I got on this call and I started hearing the energy from that, and you doing such an amazing job of presenting it. I mean, you just do it where just the information is so simple. And I really appreciate that because you make our opportunity, you know, sound as it should be. Easy, simple, duplicatable. And that's what you have done. And I love the way you do your presentation, man. So kudos off to, you know, my hat's off to you and what you've been doing for the last, you know, 3 weeks or so. And the momentum that you getting going in Africa when you stepped up and say, hey, I want to be the ambassador. I want to be that leader. I want to, you know, if you guys going that way on the international caravan, I want to be the driver. I want to be that guy. And you stepped up and you have not let the founders down. I mean, you just work around the clock. I know when I know they get up, they're 5 hours ahead of us, or 6 hours in some places, and you up working all night long, and then you flip over to the United States, man, that's amazing. And we appreciate everything that you do. So before I even get into this beautiful family that's on this line, I just wanted to give you your flowers for all that you are doing for Xtream right now. And, I know, man, you sacrificing time from the kids and all that good stuff, man, but I know and you see the vision. And guess what? It's going to all pay off. And so thank you, Dr. Benjamin. I just want to say that before, we get into the meats and the potatoes of these people that's on this call today, man. So I just want to say thank you, Dr. B. Thank you so much for grabbing the bull by the horn and just driving this international caravan that you're doing right now. So thank you, sir. Right, man, I love to hear your story, man. And man, when it comes down to someone sacrificing something and willing to go all in, just to for life changing, just to do something to change a life. I've been there before. Well, I was willing to do whatever I needed to do, and you don't forget about that. Even when you get money as an issue out of the way, you always go back and reflect on, I'm glad I did that, or either, you don't want to be at the point to say, I wish I had it. You want to be able to say, I'm glad I made that move, and it so happened that it worked out for you, right? And you said something so key on this line today. You got some people on here today that you never met, but they're part of your team. That's a beautiful thing when you start building a team big enough where you don't know everybody. That's the type of team you want. You want a team big enough because if you know everybody, that means your team is not big enough. So you don't want to know everybody, but you want to get to meet everybody, and you want the leaders that's up and coming to know you because you got it all started. That's a beautiful thing, man. So I definitely wanted to point that out. But family, for you guys that's on this line here today, I want you guys to understand something. I don't want you guys to take this moment in time for granted. Look at the people that's on this call right now. Just look around. Take a screenshot of it. Because in a minute, you're going to be seeing where people can't get in. Because this Zoom line only holds 1,000 people. See, you won't be able to get on at some point in the next 30 to 45 days. You won't be able to get on. If you're not on here early, you're going to have people texting you or calling you saying, I can't get in because it's going to be blocked. That's how it's going to be. But we're getting it started now, and you are early. So you're definitely going to have to take advantage of that early stage that you're in right now. So you can get off and hop right back on right now. But if you get kicked off in the future, you won't be able to get in because there are going to be people waiting in the waiting room for you to get kicked out so they can get in. Watch me, what I'm telling you. I've been here before, and I've seen this movie before, okay? And also, Dr. Benjamin talked about low entry. We made a special pricing that he's right, never been done. For you guys, for international people, because we heard, the price too high, and monthly was this, and we heard all that, family. We heard all of that, okay? But now the prices is $109 and $89 or something like that for a student, and you're talking about $15 fast start bonus, and you're talking about 3 and free. You introduce and get 3 new business partners. Your membership next month is free. Guys, that's huge. Especially when you start talking about, the euro and not the euro, I'm sorry, all your currency have changed. The value has dropped. So we dropped our prices so we can help you guys out. Why? Because we care. That's why we did that. The question is 3 and free. Let's keep that in your mind. 3 and free. How many times you want your business to be free every month? How many times do you want your business to be free each month? You got to think about 3 and free. That's a momentum build. You get your 3, help them get their free, help them get their 3, then their business is free. How many people can get their business for free every single month is the key factor here in the 3 and free. 15 to 20,000, I heard Dr. Benjamin say. The question is, will you be a part of that? Will you be in the first 50, first 100, the first 1,500, the first 2,000? Will you be in those first things? Because think about it. When you first in somebody's group like Dr. Abraham that's on this line right here, I heard the bishop speaking up just a minute ago. She said she's ready to go and rock and roll, right? If you in her first 3, everything else that she and he does got to fall under beneath somebody in those first 3. Because we don't have a 4th slot, a 5th slot, a 6th slot. We only got 3. And everything else got to go under one of those 3 somewhere. So you want to take advantage of those 3 slots if somebody invited you on this call today. I'm like Dr. Benjamin. I don't want to get too excited because I talk fast naturally. But I'm trying to slow it down to make sure my brothers and sisters catch it because this 3 and 3 is very powerful. Being the first 3 is very powerful because if somebody was calling me today and telling me that there's going to be an explosion in Africa, 15 to 20,000 people going to be coming in the next 6 months, and they're telling me that I want you to be one of my 3, ladies and gentlemen, cannot miss that opportunity. I cannot miss that opportunity. I don't want you to miss it either. That's why I said don't take this moment in time for granted. So the question is, how many of you will going to take advantage of it? How many people are going to take advantage of this whole movement that is going to be going, that is happening right now, that is happening around you? Because 15 to 20,000 is going to come in regardless, whether you sign up or not. We still going to hit that number. But we want to start with you because you are here first. Because I've never been to Africa at all, but I can't wait to come because I hear so many beautiful things about South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria. I heard so many beautiful things about those places. I can't wait to get over there and spend some time and get to meet everybody. But I don't just want to meet you. I want you to talk to us, being my co-partner, which you will hear next. I want you to be able to tell us about your life-changing experience. I don't want you to come and say, hey, I got in and I'm taking another look at it. No. I want you guys to tell us what Xtream has done for you to help you change your life. Because that's our whole mission. If the country is right now, the continent is going through something, the same thing happening here in the United States too. Don't get it twisted. The same thing going on. But if your country is going through it a little harder than the United States, that's what Xtream is here for. To help bridge that gap of financial literacy, of financial education, of financial to help bridge that and build it up. Because we have an academy. We have a way that you can build a team and make monthly residual income. And we're here to support you as 2 co-founders here at 4:05 or 4:06 in the afternoon. It must be 9 or 10 o'clock where you guys at p.m. But just think about, we are on the line with you in the midday because Dr. Benjamin said so. Dr. Abraham said so. Bright said so. Our leaders asked us to be on here, and we showed up because that let you know that how committed we are to help you guys. And I heard this word been scamming here and scamming there. Guys, let's remove that right now. Let's get that out of our head. Because we all then ate some bad food, right? We all had some bad food and say we got food poisoning or got sick, but we didn't stop eating. We all bad. We bought something that we don't even wear no more, but we didn't stop buying clothes. We bought some shoes that hurt our feet, but we didn't stop buying shoes. So guys, let's look at this opportunity a little different. Let's get this scamming and this stigma out of your head so we can move forward and work with a company, work with some founders and the leadership that's going to help you get to where you're trying to go. Trust what we're doing and what we get ready to do for you. Believe in us like we want to believe in you. Because we believe that your continent of Africa will put 15 to 20,000. We believe that. My co-founder and I, we believe that. With the leadership of Dr. Benjamin and these other leaders that are on this line. We truly believe that. That's why we're willing to rally behind it. But we need you guys now to start believing in us and let us do what we're going to do, because we're going to let you do what you're going to do. Okay? So with that being said, family, thank you guys for taking the time out of your schedule in the evening at 9, 10 o'clock at night to be on this line, getting the information. Man, we want to show that this continent, the love that we have and the support that we're willing to give you guys to help you get whatever you want in life. We want your money to be, we want you to become millionaires in your country. Listen to what I'm about to say. We want you to become millionaires in your country, and you qualified as a millionaire in the United States at the same time. That's the type of wealth we want to create. All right. So with that being said, Dr. B, thank you once again for your leadership, right? For your leadership, Abraham for your leadership, and Bishop for coming on, who I heard speaking, and other leaders that's on this call. And for the people looking at it for the first time, don't question what they're doing right now. Earn while you learn. Get involved, because I promise you, you're going to thank us later. And if you don't, you're going to be mad at yourself later. Dr. Benjamin, back to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mickle. Thank you so much. Put some hearts and fires in the chat. I want you to remember also to just recognize Mr. Babatunde Adesanya. He's the one who articulated West and Central Africa launch, sir. He's here with us. It's primarily his launch. And then Abraham and Bright snuck in to support him.
Okay, now what is it? How do you pronounce his name again?
Tunde. Just say Tunde. Tunde.
Yes, I heard talk about Mr. Tunde. Mr. Tunde, how you doing, sir? Great. Thank you for launching this call. Having you know,
pretty good, Mr. Miku. Thank you for connecting too and encouraging all. Appreciate you. Happy weekend.
Yes, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr. Ben.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mickle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to hear from, hopefully we get to hear from him as well. Both these founders are very busy. Mr. Adrian Sloan earned his first $1 million before he was legally able to drink. He currently owns about 12 businesses in the space of insurance, in real estate. He also owns a fashion line, several other businesses, many different industries. He's a co-founder and visionary. He's currently leading an organization that's doing a $35 million affordable housing project in a poor community in the United States. He has a vision to replicate these concepts in African nations. Ladies and gentlemen, history will record these leaders as some of the greatest leaders that have ever graced the continent. Without further ado, hopefully we could hear from Mr. Adrian Sloan. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mickle, can you hear me all right?
Yes, Mr. Mickle could hear you. I'm sure I could hear you too, sir.
Okay, I apologize, Dr. Benjamin. I looked at Mickle picture and said Mr. Mickle. Oh man, I just heard from Mr. Mickle as well, man. Great job, man, on this call, Dr. Benjamin. As Mr. Mickle was speaking of, good evening to everyone that's on the call. I won't hold you guys long. You've been already for about an hour, and you've already heard from some amazing leaders that kind of cast the vision of where we're going. But I'll just say that I'm honored. I'm honored to be able to do the service work that we're doing, to make, global impact is our focus. And, I feel God has graced us with this opportunity and time to be able to do so, with the world's, economic crisis being what it is, that we have a solution. Xtream is a solution, to the financial disparity across the world, that men and women can have an opportunity to be able to be self-sufficient. And I really want to leave you all just with that thought. What is Xtream? How can Xtream benefit my family? Xtream is an education center, and we teach individuals how to become self-sufficient using education principles. As Dr. Benjamin said earlier, that the crypto market is on the bull run right now. I've been speaking to our leaders about this for a while, that it was coming. It feels good to be in a position where you understand the markets, and our whole goal is to be able to take care of our family, and we could be on the front side of the move before it happens, because we know that's when you become the most profitable. When the masters already know, it's too late. And so with our opportunity coming to the continent right now, you all are on this call, and I want you all to hear me very carefully. You are on the front end before everyone else knows. So it's going to come a time when everyone already knows Xtream. And you all that's on this call right now, you have an opportunity to be able to get yourself in position before the bull run happens. because it's going to happen. And when it does, you'll be looking back like we did at Bitcoin, right? 10 years ago, and we said, well, I've heard of Bitcoin. And no one really understood it. People didn't trust it. And Bitcoin became a household name. And that digital currency is becoming the way of the currency of the world. See, it's always that period of time when people don't believe and they don't understand until everyone else begins to understand. But then the opportunity is not as great. So it takes a level of faith and it takes a level of understanding to be able to see before everyone else sees. And that's what they call the vision. And so the vision that we have is to be able to bring our education principles into countries to be able to help them in this economic disaster. So it's going to require everyone on this call to have a level of vision and foresight to be able to get in position now. And you don't have to know it all. You don't have to, learn everything to start. You just have to start. You have to be in a position where you're there before the masses. This is how you grow a huge business. This is how you get wealthy, is that you get in front of everyone that's coming after us. This is where large chains of wealth is going to be transferred. So I feel really, really good that we're able to bring this information and that every family that's a part of Xtream can become self-sufficient. They can learn the skill sets of the market. They can trade on their own. They can understand crypto projects and invest on their own. And from a leadership standpoint, for as our distribution model is concerned, you could be a person that's helping lead a community of people that's becoming self-sufficient. And in turn, the company will pay you a residual income. We'll do a profit sharing with you. Well, we'll share bits and pieces of proceeds that come in from the company and shared through the compensation plan. That's all a residual income is. It's a profit share model. So you're part of the profit share. As the company grows, so does your income. You just have to be in position first. And so it takes a level of vision. It takes a level of leadership. And Tunde is doing a great job, doing so. Bright is doing a good job. Abraham is doing a great job. Dr. Benjamin is doing a great job of having vision to get on the front end. So I say to everyone else that's on this call that's not in a position right now, please, ma'am, please, sir, get in position because the wave is coming. And so right now, we expect to have 10 to 20,000 people that's already in the organization prior to us arriving in Nigeria, before we arrive in Kenya, South Africa, Ghana. Before we get to these countries, we expect to have plus 10,000 people already in the organization. When you look at the millions of people that's across the continent of Africa, ladies and gentlemen, that's a drop in the bucket. But if 2,000 of those people was in your organization, if 5,000 of these people is in your organization, you'll be earning 100,000 a month. If 2,500 people is in your organization, you'll be earning 50,000 a month. If 1,000 people is in your organization, you'll be earning 20,000. 500 people, you'll be earning 10,000. Imagine what 500 people and 10,000 USD would do for your family. It could be absolutely game changing to be in a position to have a residual income of $100,000 a month when you only have 5,000 people, and in Nigeria is 200 million people in that country alone. And we only speaking about 5,000 people that would be in your organization, and you're earning a passive income of $1.2 million a year. It could be absolutely game changing. And the only thing you have to do is be in position before the masses. And so this is the vision that's going to be required for everyone to be able to understand that you have to take this opportunity seriously in order to be able to have serious distribution. You have to have vision and foresight. By the time it happens, it's too late. And so everyone is on this call. You're in a position to do that for your family right now. And we're going to be trusting you all's leadership also. This is a business partnership. It's a two-way street. We understand our model and we understand how our value is to bring to the table. But we also need the leaders with boots on the ground in the city because you know the community. You know what your community needs. So we'll be relying on your level of leadership to be able to help navigate the company of how we could put things in position. We would love to have a stand-up, standalone facility for education in every country where people can come in with Wi-Fi is there, the whiteboards, the tables, the chairs, the leaders are there, live education, because some people may not be efficient to be able to have the resources they need at home to be able to have the correct signal to be able to trade on a regular basis. Wouldn't it be a beautiful situation if they had a location they can come to, an Xtream office, a centralized branch that they can walk inside the door and be able to sit down and get the coaching, the mentoring, the leadership, the support that they truly need to be able to build their family and to be able to make sure that their education is going in the right direction and staying profitable. These are the resources that we are prepared and ready to do, but we have to rely on the leaders to catch the vision now, to start building the organizations now so that the company can support it effectively and efficiently. So we want you guys to be able to understand the vision that we have and how we can get in alignment. You know, I believe it's a huge need for economic development in the country, where as we build our organizations out to be able to create, as Dr. Benjamin said, a copy of the model that I've done here in the States, is to help build affordable housing, education centers, and things of that nature. We can do all of this, you know, once we get to the country, but this is how we're going to start. We're going to start by building a voluntary army of men and women who want to make impact and help other families. Once we build this model up and get people in position, the company name and the resources that we bring in will spread as a wildfire all across the land. And man, woman, and child will want to be a part of this organization because of the benefit of it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the sky's the limit of what we can do. So I appreciate you guys' time. I hope you take this opportunity seriously. And if I could leave you with anything, I will leave you with get in position. Get back with the person that invited you to the call. Go ahead and get yourself enrolled. The membership has been reduced for your benefit. Get in position. Get your top 3 leaders in your first 72 hours. And then so your membership can be waived for your next subscription renewal. Do the same thing for those people. Now you have a whole organization that's been profitable, in position, and you can start cash flowing, and we can build a massive organization. How many people are those thousands of people in the continent of Africa is going to be in your organization? Your name will be a staple in your community because you brought something to the country, to the town, to the city that's benefited so many people. So I look forward to your leadership. I look forward to working with you all. Dr. Benjamin, thank you so much. Tunde, thank you for the call, my brother. Abraham and Bright, thank you for the testimony. And Mr. Mickle, always glad to share stage with you. Dr. Benjamin, I pass it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sloan. Thank you, both of you, both founders, Mr. Mickle and Mr. Sloan. Put some hearts and pies in the chat. Sound, solid advice. Get in position. Get in position. The wave of success is on its way. It's going to be massive. You are here at the very beginning. Thank you again, Mr. Tunde Adesanya, for your vision to do a Central and West Africa launch. Those who are invited by him, you're welcome, sir. Please get back to Mr. Tunde Adesanya so that you could get in position. For those who are invited by Abraham or Bright or any one of our other partners, get back to them so that you can get in position. That's the most important thing you could take away from today. And then let's get you 3 and free within the next 72 hours max. And by the end of the next 7 days, we want you to have earned $545 US from our company. That's our goal. All right. So the mission is on. The gauntlet is down. Who will be the first person in Africa to collect from Xtream $100,000 US per month in income by putting in 5,000 members in your organization? Only 5,000. You could do that in Asaba alone. Bishop Uche, right? Okay, you could do that in Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, Abraham. Easy. Okay, so it's going to be an amazing
I'll be the
time.
first. I'll be the first to get it.
I hear you, Bishop. I hear you, and I don't doubt that at all. All right. So we love you and we appreciate you. It's going to be a very explosive time for us all, a very wonderful blessing that our Creator has brought our way through this great organization known as Xtream. Amazing founders who truly love and care about people, especially those of us from Africa. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, get back to the one who invited you to be here. We don't want to be on here long. We have been on here more than an hour. Normally, our calls are much shorter than this, but this is a special launch for several countries that we're having today. So God bless you all. We love you. Thank you very much for showing up. And we will see you. We're going to have a series of launch calls going on. We're going to have many different calls going on. We're going to have regular daily calls eventually for Africa. And that will happen at a time that's convenient to yours time zone. And we're looking for leaders in those countries to step up, get the PowerPoint, start to do your presentation, and start to lead like Bright is going to do in the seminar in Port-au-Port on Tuesday, and coming up in Asaba as well. So love you all. See you guys most likely tomorrow for the next presentation. Bridget, are you going to do a safety trade presentation? I know we're way over time. Bridget, you're still there.
Absolutely, I'm right here. I mean, anybody who wants
Thank you very much. We appreciate.
All right.
And then sorry, like somebody that's coming to that